Now, the hard palate has ridges across the palate. Get over here, Rivka. What are you fooling around for? Okay. Hard palate. Watch out for his toofies. They will bite you.
Ow.
Now, when the ridges run out, this is made of bone. Left and right palatine bones. And left and right maxillae. So then the bones run out, and then you left with this flexible thing. What's that? Soft palate. And then what's this thing? Are you sure?
No, not at all.
The diaphragm.
Here. It's the iliac artery.
Toast.
No.
He's still stuck in his
I
mouth.
want to make this flap come out.
Epiglottis.
That's this.
I can't.
Would you be quiet?
I told you. From the top.
Come here.
There's your epiglottis. All right, that little flap there. Okay, so you can see the epiglottis. Come over if you can't see it from where you were. All right, so you have tongue, epiglottis, soft palate, hard palate.
Hard palate make up something?
Yeah, the roof of the mouth. It is, the roof of the mouth. Now this thing here is the larynx. Now this is part of the airway now. And what's this? Trachea. I need a scissor, if someone can turn around over there and look for a scissor in the box.
Bring at least 4.
The esophagus is in the back.
Thanks. You're familiar with our scissors. Thank you. Make sure you have 9 of them for the professor. Now we're going to cut this. Actually, it was pretty good. So I don't know why they haven't done this already, because they were supposed to trace the carotids to the lingual, which hasn't been done. So I'm going to switch cats. All right, everybody to the next cat. Now, nobody moved. So look, here's your carotids, which you couldn't see before. Now you have to trace this back to the brachiocephalic. What's this? This is a nice one, actually.
External jugular.
This is called the internal jugular. And what's this one out here?
External jugular.
This is the external jugular. So this one's a nice internal. Now what's this thing?
Trachea.
Trachea. Back off.
Which are the internal and the common carotid run together?
The internal.
The internal jugular?
Internal jugular is next to the common carotid, yes. Oh, you didn't take the, oh, you did. Thank you. All right, now, if you lift up the larynx, where's Shayna? You lift up the larynx, and you put your probe underneath the trachea, then you can see another tube,
Esophagus.
the esophagus. What's the matter with you?
We're gonna come up calling things like diaphragm.
Diaphragm is a viable pronunciation. It's Italian.
Well, esophagus is
Esophagus is Meshuggah. So what's this tube?
esophagus.
Esophagus. Now,
It's not like shaped.
no, it's flattened. There's no supporting cartilage. The trachea is open because of these rings of cartilage.
It needs to be patent.
That's who gets in there.
Patent, yes, it has to be patent. You don't want to take a, if this was your trachea and you wanted to carry out inspiration, you'd have to pull this open before the air would move through.
So how does food get through it?
You push it in, you force it in with muscle, and then smooth muscle. Now, this thing, here's your thymus.
Peristalsis?
Peristalsis takes over. So some of you have already done this. They didn't. They decided to quit and not do anything.
For them.
Now, what's this thing?
Heart.
Heart. Now, when you turn the organs away, then you have this tube. You have this tube here. What's this tube? The descending aorta. Very good. And you were supposed to trace this back to the heart. Very nice. You didn't do that either. And then you have the second tube up here. And that's the continuation of the esophagus. Okay, now what's this thing?
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. And then we're going to cut through the diaphragm to the esophagus. And we're going to cut around where it joins the stomach.
That's also correct pronunciation.
You're Indian.
Ask for Natalie how he pronounces it.
Stomach.
It's French. It works.
Now,
can hear you.
Shush. He's probably gone.
Sitting.
He's in there? He's having,
Oh.
he's having Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
I wish I could join him. Next week, Shane, that's Friday is my blood test.
Finally.
Next Friday afternoon, I'm on the way home from the dock, I'm getting a quart of Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip. This is the esophagus. So you can see the esophagus in the thoracic cavity, or you can see the esophagus deep to the
To the
trachea. Now, what's this?
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. Now, at the junction, as you're following along, Ruth, the junction between the esophagus and the stomach, there's a valve here, and that's the cardiac valve. So the question goes down like this,
That's a
Devorah.
cardiac valve.
Devorah,
Cardiac valve.
listen.
Pyloric?
Stop it. The mind is so
I thought you didn't
fragile.
hear me. Sorry.
The cardiac valve or cardiac sphincter is between the esophagus and the stomach. So that keeps the food in the stomach while it's turning around. So now you can actually feel a little bump here. You got your gloves on, you can pinch this. Pinch it, don't press a pinch. You know what a pinch is? Pinch that, and you feel the little thickening?
Yeah.
That's the cardiac valve. Then you have this. So we're on a one-way trip here. So this is the stomach. Okay, it's curved. The names, the outside curve is the greater curvature, and the inside curve, I wonder what that's called. The lesser. If it's greater, it's lesser. Ow. Now, the chest pains are settling in, just ignore them.
Yeah.
Now, this thing is where the stomach ends. And then what begins after the stomach ends?
Duodenum.
Do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do.
Do I know?